Hello, this is Dr. Karen Becker, Mercola.com veterinarian, and I'm here to talk to you today about a very essential topic, essential fatty acids in pets. Now, most of you probably are aware that your pets need essential fatty acids. That's why they're called essential. They can't be supplied, they can't be manufactured by the body. They have to be supplied by the food or the diet that your pet's consuming. And most of you probably believe that your pets are consuming enough omega fatty acids in their diet. But it's important for you to recognize that there's a big difference between minimal amount of fatty acids and optimal amount of fatty acids. Really, in my opinion, that's the difference between minimally surviving and optimally thriving is the difference in the fatty acid intake that your pet consumes or doesn't consume. It's important to know that your pets are consuming foods primarily that have been processed. Now, some of you out there may be feeding an all-living organic raw food diet. Excellent. Some of you may have barn cats that are hunting for their own mice, which is actually fine. Don't be nervous. I'm not going to tell you to convert your indoor house kitties to eating mice. But the truth is, dogs and cats did evolve eating living foods that contained unprocessed omegas in the diet. And when we process foods, canned foods, dry foods, semi-moist foods, dehydrated foods that you reconstitute and add water, all of those foods have been processed. And processing removes much of the bioavailability of the fatty acids. So above 110 degrees, even though the fatty acids were in the food, once they're cooked, and most canned and dry kibbled foods are processed between 200 and 400 degrees, they're no longer biologically available. So even though they were once in the foods, they're no longer available for your pets to consume, to absorb, and have optimal health because of that. Symptoms of omega-3 fatty acids in animals are incredibly diverse. They range from cardiovascular problems, reproductive problems, immunologic issues, an upregulation of the immune system, allergies and autoimmune disease, a downregulation of the immune system, chronic infections and cancer. But most notably, and what you'll find recurrently in the dog and cat population, are skin and coat problems, dry flaky skin, excessive shedding, chronic ear infections, sores on the body that don't heal, itchy hot spots. Those are all symptoms of potential omega fatty acid deficiency with your pets. Veterinarians have known for years, 20 years, that the commercially available diets that we have to offer you are omega fatty acid deficient. And actually, there have been some veterinary products that have come about to be able to make up this deficiency, but the downside is there are two major problems with the majority of pet-based omegas on the market. Number one, the omega fatty acids that are available for veterinary use are unfortunately oftentimes the runoff and the leftovers from the human omega industry, which means they've not been tested for PCBs, for heavy metals, mercury, and contaminants. If you're currently offering an omega fatty acid to your dog or cat, I strongly encourage you to contact the manufacturer and ask if there have been independent studies proving that the oils that you're providing to your pets are not toxic. It's important to recognize that although we're trying to make up a nutritional deficiency by supplying adequate fatty acids, that in fact we're no further ahead toxing out the liver or other organ systems through a product that's full of contaminants or toxins. The second major issue with the majority of veterinary fatty acids on the market is that they also include an abundance of omega-6 fatty acids. And of course, most of you know that the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids is really critical for optimal health to occur. Omega-6 fatty acids, primarily coming from veggie sources, safflower oil, sunflower oil, olive oils, really don't have a place to be needed in terms of supplemental oils for dogs and cats, the carnivores. Those omega-6 fatty acids are already found in abundance in pet foods. It's the omega-3 fatty acids that tend to be really deficient in our domestic pet population. So it's important when you evaluate the oils for your pets that number one, you recognize that it's clean, healthy, mercury, PCB, toxin-free oils, human grade appropriately, certainly, but just because it's human grade, don't think that it means that it's not toxin-free. And number two, that it doesn't contain the omega-6 fatty acids that are really unnecessary for the majority of dog and cat health issues. The best source of omega-3 fatty acids for dogs and cats, in my opinion, is krill oil. And if you're not familiar with krill oil, I strongly recommend that you visit Mercola.com and put krill oil into the search engine because the same excellent health benefits for people are certainly translated down to dogs and cats. Omega-3 fatty acids in the form of krill oil are much more biologically available and carry with it significantly more good health benefits than just traditional fish oil. Of course, this particular krill oil has been certified to be free from chemicals minerals, excellent quality, and doesn't contain any of the omega-6s. If you have questions about how to introduce omega fatty acids to your pets, you need to contact your Proactive Wellness healthcare practitioner, or you can also get more information with the article that's associated with this video.